So I do not like to go to the doctor. I'll let my sickness get worse and worse and still not seek for help. Case in point, recently I had probably the worst stomach ache of my entire life, and I still didn't go to the doctor. In fact, it wasn't until that stomach ache moved from my stomach to my side that I started to think that maybe something more serious was going on. And rather than die, I decided to go to the doctor. And sure enough, they did some testing. I had appendicitis. They had to rush me into surgery. And I was one appendix lighter. But I could have saved myself a lot of trouble and pain if I had just asked for help when I started feeling pain. The problem is I've kind of grown up with this American self-reliance. I can do it on my own. I don't need any help. Pull yourself up by your bootstrap sort of mentality. And it's really difficult for me to ask for help. The problem with that is Jesus says that asking for help is actually one of the things that constitutes being a disciple. That a disciple of Jesus is someone who is willing to ask for help, who is willing to be dependent. In some ways, that's prayer. Prayer is our dependency on the Father, and in our need, asking for help. But that neediness, that willingness to ask for help should also overflow in our relationships with others. This month's Word of Life gets right to the point. Jesus is addressing his disciples in Matthew chapter 10. It's called the Missionary Discourse. He's teaching his followers what it's going to be like to go on mission for him. And this is what he says towards the end. He says, "Whoever gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones, in the name of a disciple, truly I tell you, none of these will lose their reward." What he's saying is that you and I, if we follow him, we are those little ones. And what does it mean to be a little one? But it means that you have needs, that you can't do everything on your own, that you are dependent on others. Firstly on God, but God working through others as well. And so Jesus says something as simple as saying, I need a glass of water. And allowing someone else to give you that glass of water because you're a disciple. Like, that is what it means to live in the kingdom. That's what it means to enter into this relationship with God and with others as disciples. Sometimes I think we can get stuck thinking that to be a disciple of Jesus means I only give help, I only serve, I only offer myself to others. And that's so necessary, but we forget that it also at times means asking for help and allowing others to assist us and having others come to our need and filling that need. What we're really doing is we're inviting them into this dynamic of love. So, to take the example of my appendix again, like when I was finally willing to admit I needed help, I invited receptionists and nurses and doctors, surgeons, anesthesiologists, all into this dynamic of love. They were all able to help me and to love me because I was willing to admit that I was in need. So, this month, as you go through your life, don't get stuck in self-reliance, thinking that you can just take care of yourself. But realize that in your moments of need, when maybe you can't take care of yourself, it's actually a holy thing to ask for help. When we ask for help, others are able to love us. Others are able to experience the goodness of giving themselves, others can be brought into the kingdom. And like Jesus says, those other people who love us and who help us, they will not lose their reward. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to keep up with other great content to help you live your life of unity with God and with one another, make sure you subscribe to Focolare Media so that you can continue to live your divine adventure.